Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. What a pleasure to have you here with us. For people who don't know anything about Broken English, what can they expect coming into this movie tonight?
If you know anything about Ian and Jane, they are extraordinary filmmakers. I mean, for me, 90% of film is sound, and the best films, you never ever see a great film that has kind of a crap score. It's all about the sound, because that sound is the thing that has resonance, it's the thing that resonates with us. And Marianne's voice just got kind of richer and richer, and her life is just mental. It's the most insane thing, and she was so maligned and so kind of painted as this 60s kind of hussy, and it was just this to sort of survive that and have the relationship that she does with words. Is extraordinary, and it's an exploration of how you think people are perceived, and they are really, and what's that about,
And I just feel like we're perhaps in a bit of a moment of reckoning and realising there's many women through history that haven't been properly celebrated or respected. But why particularly Marianne Faithfull, and why was it important to you to be part of this project?
She was very much always just painted as, you say who's Marianne Faithfull, and it kind of goes back to that 1960s style reporting, 1970s. It's like there was no triangulation. It was like she was the hussy from Redlands in the fur coat, and the stories about chocolate bars and the whole thing. We knew it all. And she was not known for her. She was never her talent was never talked about unless it was kind of, really nasty, really biting. It was all about her boobs and all about her face and all about the fact that she slept with boys, and it was like just damning, leading these pure young men astray. Just this woman who, loved words and was in the experience of life and was really badly treated by the press. And in a time, where men were not respectful of women, and we were, more useful if we made babies, because that brought more people to the workforce, because you'd work harder to feed the babies. And, it was not good for the world as far as patriarchy was concerned, to have this kind of freewheeling, sexy young woman having this independent life, having consensual sex with these gorgeous people. That was not a good role model. So they would slam her down, teach her her place. And she suffered. And then you listen to her work and you look at her story, and it's inspiring. I mean, she's just this, that voice, it's like ploughing through a cave of mud and gravel, and yet there's flowers and roses and you can smell it. It's insane.
And tell us about how you came on board with the project, and I guess, what kind of drew you in terms of its creativity, not strictly a documentary, kind of like taking quite a sort of original approach to the storytelling too.
I'm just a big fan of Ian and Jane and their process, because it's just different and it's not safe. And I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I like doing dangerous work. I'm always like, I'll do this film. Oh my God, what am I doing? They're like, just turn up and just talk. I'm like, without a script. Okay. I don't know. I was intrigued by the terror. Katie Hessel's amazing.
Favourite moment in the making of it, or favourite moment watching it back? We haven't seen it yet.
Hanging out with really cool women, talking about women. It was great.
Do you think that we've moved on from those times? Because I'd like to believe we have, but sometimes I wonder, have we? Social media has taken like a weird new slant on it.
There's different ways of seeing it, but we've definitely, in terms of the news and how people are portrayed, we're definitely more aware of, that one presentation from one perspective is not right. I think that, in the same way that as a human, your perspective widens. I think as a public consciousness in terms of the way the media works, I think our perspective is wider. I think we understand that there's more than one story.
What's the one thing that you hope people come out of cinema thinking about? Perhaps we'll have a renewed appreciation not only for Marianne Faithfull, but kind of maybe think about what are the other women that have also been mistreated by the press, and we, even in our own minds as women ourselves, have not had the right judgment on.
That's just it. I mean, I think that it's all too easy and all too lazy to kind of, for me, the fact that you can coin a term like slut shaming, two words that should never live together, slut and shaming. What's wrong with being a slut? And is it specifically female? Surely that's like the worst thing ever. People are people. We're all humans. This is all our experience. Life is too short to give a fuck.
What does it mean to you to be here at London Film Festival, and what are you going to be working on next after this?
I'm currently, I love the London Film Festival. I'm a huge fan of independent work and filmmakers. And I'm currently filming something called Bedlam, which is an action film set in an asylum, but it's very much about how women were controlled and again, it's very interesting.
And do you think we're in a good moment for women in film? We're talking about music, but actually, obviously women in film had the same sort of like hurdles to get over and, being misjudged, et cetera, et cetera. It feels like it's an exciting time.
Yeah, I mean, women are always going to judge each other, and there's always going to be judgment, and there's always that constant conversation of like, you mustn't touch your face, you mustn't do anything to yourself, and you must do everything, and you must keep in the race, and you must keep working, and you mustn't give a fuck, and you must care, and you must. It's like, there's a lot still that we need to kind of come to terms with, but also there is a lot of good stuff.
Indeed. Well, really enjoy tonight. Huge congrats on the movie. Can't wait to see what you do next. Thanks so much. Thanks for your time. Cheers.